Coach, it's obviously not how you wanted to start the series. What are your takeaways now? What is it that Cincinnati presented to you that was so different from when you faced them 3 weeks earlier?
I don't think we faced anything different than what we faced over the 4 games, really. A really difficult team to play against, an aggressive team, a team that can be direct with their play. The game that we played was the game that we expected. Now, it's a difficult place to go. So for us this week was about going through the game, was about making sure we know exactly what we got to do now, right? It's a typical playoff game. We have to win to give ourselves a chance to advance. So, there's areas of the game that we know we can be better. There's areas of the games that we felt, absorbing some pressure and being under pressure. But there's some simple things we have to put right. And first and foremost, we have to go into it with the belief.
3-game series, obviously you're in a must-win situation. It sounds like you're very confident that if the team executed better, you would have gotten the result. Are you nervous that maybe you're giving your hand a little and saying, hey, we're going to probably play the same way, just try to do it better?
But whether we are or we aren't, what people perceive we're going to do ultimately, we have a game plan that we believe will give us the best chance of winning the football game, that we have to win. And there was elements of that game that we have to retain because our identity is our identity. The belief in what we do is solid in our dressing room. In those moments, we have to execute better. Now, will we change certain things? Of course we will, right? We're playing in front of our people. We know that we've got everybody behind us. We know that if we play our best football and we do the things that we believe will help us win right, we do it with high intensity, we've got a great chance of winning. So, my confidence in the team and the group to execute a win is always there. And it comes from the honesty when we don't win in how we approach the next game and the reaction we show. So it's a must-win game. Team this week has been really hungry to put it right.
This best of 3 series is rather unique. This is your first experience with it. It started last year. What are some of the complications or issues that you've noticed with it that make it a unique experience?
I don't think that, I think ultimately when you go through all 3 games, you can then look back at it and think, what did we do well, what did we not? Ultimately, the only deciding factor of whether you did well or not is whether you go through, because it's about playing winning football now. Now, we probably didn't play the best game that we can play, and we came out of it on a 1-0 defeat in the small areas that we have to fix. But when I look at how hard we fought, when I look at how we approach the game in the sense of the desire to win and the hunger to progress, it was definitely there. We have to create more. We have to make sure that when we do create more, we execute better, and we have to make sure we don't give away a sloppy goal. Now, this is part of playoff football. It's a tight game, and we fell the wrong side of a tight result. Now we have to make sure that we fall the right side.
Onto the Zoom, Chris.
Hey, Coach, Chris Gamble from the outfield. Previously, there were reports that you were being considered as a target for the Arsenal women's job. Have you or your agent been contacted regarding that position? Thanks.
No.
Oliver.
Hi, thank you. This is Oliver Stern with Hudson River Blue. Maxi Morales came off the bench last time, or in the last game, and in the post-game press conference, you touched on how his leg was wrapped, how he had suffered a little bit of a knock. How is he doing, and are there any other injury concerns we should know about?
Maxi's good. There was it was a slight issue that I said before, that we have a huge desire to advance here, and he's a really important player for us, and the game just come a little bit too soon for him. So we decided to bring him off the bench. The plan was to bring him off the bench, whether we needed to hold the game, whether we wanted to push the game. He's hugely experienced for us in every moment of the game now. He now is trained this week, he's fully fit, everybody else is fully fit. So for us, we've got a full roster to pick from, and I've said before, it's the most difficult part of my job, right? Picking a team that's going to go win when you have the hunger and the desire of everybody that wants to contribute.
I'm sorry, just a quick follow-up. By a full roster, do you also mean Malachi Jones?
No, well, we obviously got Malachi out. He's on a long-term injury, and we have Tavon out on a red card. But everybody else is fit to select from. I just didn't put Malachi in because we spoke about him consistently being injured.
nature of how NYCFC handles media, we don't get a chance to really talk to you after the season's over. We're not sure when I'm going to have this opportunity to ask the question, so I'll ask it now. Legacy. What did you think your legacy would? How did you perceive you wanted your legacy to be written when you looked at this, taking this job, and where do you think you are now?
Yeah, I've said before, I have certain dreams. I love the game, right? So you build certain dreams in like conference finals in New York and being able to deliver trophies. All through my coaching career, I play to win and always have. I want a team that can win championships, and I've done that everywhere I've been, right? And as the assistant coach, we won the championship. My interim, we won the Campeones Cup. We play for the Hudson River Trophy, and it's important for me to win. That is no different with this team, right? Now, there are steps to success, and last year taught me that more than ever. This year I had a huge desire to be a team in the postseason, because when you're in the postseason, you can play to win then. And we got there. We're disappointed that we didn't get fourth. I am. But the reality is we were one game off four. So in my opinion, when I look at the team and I look at the season, we're in and around 4 to 7 in how consistent we are, in the performances that we put in the way that we play. Now, my aim is to get this team into 3 to 1. And they are the steps to success. I think the improvement we've showed this year has been good enough in the sense of my patience and impatience to win. Now, this is about now concentrating on playoffs and playing to win and make a run in the postseason. In the off-season, it'll be about how do we accelerate the improvement of this team to get it in that top 3. You look across Miami, Columbus, Cincinnati, they've been consistent enough to put enough points on the board to get in that top 3, to get home playoff games, to push the league position. And my full focus is on that. The legacy that I want to leave is, when I leave, is a championship team, and I will fight as hard as I can and work as hard as I can to produce that for New York.
Back to the Zoom, Chris.
Hey, Coach Chris Campbell. You will have a must-win game Saturday night at Citi Field, potentially the last home game of the year for the club, whether or not you win or lose. Any message for the fans ahead of Saturday's match?
Yeah, I think we're disappointed we didn't deliver 2 home games in the playoffs, but the reality is we are where we are. We have this home game that is a critical game for us to give ourselves a chance to advance in the postseason. Now, the other side of it is we love playing at home in front of our people. I said post-game, irrelevant of what happened in Cincinnati, we're now playing in front of our people, and that is where we play our best football. But we need everybody behind us. The players are incredibly hungry, have a huge desire to win this football game and to make sure that we win the game with our people. So they've been amazing all season. I can always go back to the Miami game. That was an incredible. It's actually interesting because the Miami game in Yankee Stadium was an amazing game in front of our fans. Our fans delivered so much for us. But the last playoff game I did in Citi Field was also in Miami. That was an incredible atmosphere, good performance from the team. And we know that if we play well and we start well, we get our people behind us, and that is our aim. Our aim is to make sure that we deliver for our fans so that our fans can, together we can create an incredible atmosphere.
Christian?
Yeah, hi Coach, just building off that a little bit there, how can you leverage that Miami experience? Because a lot of the players still here now played in that game, and it was a pretty raucous atmosphere, as I remember, and a great performance.
The way that we play, I think if we show our hunger and our desire, if we show our intensity and we show our intent in the game, this week has been all about showing our character with the ball, our character without the ball, the character that we have shown on multiple occasions this year in big football games. Now we have to deliver it from the first whistle in front of our people at Citi Field. So for me, it's about, the crowd and the energy, and our fans, they feed off the energy that we give and the character that we give as a team. And I've been really clear with the team this week that is a must from the first whistle.
Matt, Cincinnati is quite a pesky team. They seem to sometimes play up and down. In this game in particular, what was it that they were doing that just made the team so uncomfortable?
Not a lot. I wouldn't put it on them. A lot of it also, I think, was us. We weren't ourselves. in possession. Their front three are quite good, very interchangeable as far as defensively. But with the ball, I think we can certainly be a lot better, myself included. And I don't think it was necessarily anything they were doing. I think we just gotta again focus on ourselves and get back to what we do best.
Matt, some of the goals that the team has conceded this year, including the one against Cincy, it's just a broken play, opposition players in the box and unmarked. Is there something that the team can do better just to make sure that that's not happening? Is it individual assignments, or is it just communication?
I think we play a very attacking style of play and a very confident style of play, and sometimes we're going to turn the ball over. We're going to be in man down situations like that. And again, the front three for Cincy, they're quite good. The front three are the three that touch the ball before the goal. So, I personally would rather have a well-worked goal happen against us than something else.
Matt, what's the communication like with the back line in those moments? You obviously know Lucia Costa is a dangerous player. How is the communication with you and the back line happening in those moments where you do see the build-up happening for them?
A lot of it is more in advance and a bit more proactive. For example, if the ball is further up the field, doing a lot more talking then. Or if the ball's in a wide area, helping communicate and organize. When you're really in the moment of about to see a shot or something like that, you got to be focused on the ball, and we're all on the same page in those scenarios. Delay the people and keep them wide versus keep them inside. So typically, we're quite good at that.
Cool, thanks.
Onto the Zoom, Oliver.
Hi, thank you. This is Oliver Strand with Hudson River Blue. There's a possibility that this game might be decided in penalty kicks. What kind of preparations have you been making? Do you have a crib sheet on your water bottle in small font with the preferences of everybody on the team?
The old Jordan Pickford. No, I do a bunch of stuff. I work with Rob on it. He's incredibly knowledgeable and experienced and well-versed in that type of stuff. I think in the end of the day, for penalties, I think it's one of my strengths and something I'm definitely confident in my ability to do. I think this year I haven't had the success that I would want with saving penalties. I've been fine, but if that moment happens, confident to go out there and do my thing and make sure I'm relaxed in the moment and let my athleticism take over and just trust in the work that Rob and I have done beforehand.
Oliver, you have another one? All right, we'll pivot to Christian.
I appreciate it was before your time with the club. Well, City did play in the playoffs at City Field against Miami in 22, and the fans were quite a significant part. What role do the fans have to play on Saturday in helping you guys get that victory?
Yeah, the fans are going to be massive. The entire playoff format is structured in a way to give higher seeds advantages by having them play at home, and that's because of the fans. Fans have an incredible effect on providing energy for us, the home team, and also intimidating the away team. And so the fans, I know they're going to be fantastic. I watched that game live against Miami in 22. Live meaning on television. I wasn't there in person, and so I know the state of City Field and how fantastic the fans were, and I'm really looking forward to playing in front of them and hearing them for us and fighting for them, continuing to fight for them.
So Mitja, the game obviously didn't go the way that you guys wanted against Cincinnati. What did you see from your perspective that needs to improve going into Saturday's game?
Obviously, I would say mentality. Now we are 1-0 down. So we play at home now in front of our crowd, our fans. So yeah, just go confident in the game. Just be a better team on the field, and yeah, get the 3 points. That's all it matters.
So you guys played them a few weeks back at Red Bull Arena. They seemed like a very different team. Was there something that they were doing different, or did you guys feel that maybe you were just kind of a little bit flat in the game?
I think we might be a little bit flat. Yeah, we might have been. Obviously, it's a playoff game. It's a game that brings more. So yeah, it's first out of 3. So we won't surrender. Now we go win, and we will see what happens.
Been a lot of feelings about this best of 3. A lot of players have shared their thoughts on it. What do you, good, bad, indifferent? What do you think about it?
I don't know. For me, it's first time to be in this kind of the system. I never played this before. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. Like I said, it's not too much to think. Whoever gets 2 wins first go through. So yeah, we'll try to make sure this is us, and yeah.
So obviously Tavon Gray took a red card in the last game. It appears like it's going to hold. I believe anyway that you're going to be seeing a lot more time on the field in this next game. What are you looking to take from his game that what he does on the field to make sure that the team benefits from you being out there?
Well, yeah, I'll just try to play my game. Like I said, I try to learn a few things from him. I was ready now. I was training good this whole time when he played. So yeah, all I can say is I will do my best, try to help the team, and like I said, hopefully we get the win.
So last question, FC Cincinnati has been, they look like they dragged a bit towards the end of the season. You guys got really hot at the end. You've been very streaky all year. Did the loss in Montreal, did that affect anything for you guys, or did you guys really put that in the rearview mirror and move on before the playoffs?
Obviously, before the game with Montreal, we wanted to go for the 4th position to play at home. We did not make it, but it's not end of the world. We still qualify for playoffs, and it's not too much time to cry about. Like I said, we needed to prepare quickly for Cincinnati. Now we got them, and yeah, second game already here. So yeah, what happened in the past happened. We can't affect that. Now it's on us that we affect the future.
I guess let's just start your thoughts. Didn't get the results you wanted, but now you got a chance to play Cincy at home.
Yeah, I thought it was a very difficult game, but it always is for Cincy. And now we're just looking to learn from our mistakes in that game. And obviously we need to win to keep the season going along.
So what did they do differently from what you saw from them a few weeks ago? It seemed like they changed they almost seemed like a completely different team from what you guys played at Red Bull Arena a few weeks earlier.
Yeah, I just think they were a lot more aggressive in the press. I think there's a lot of things that we could have done better. I think we didn't really establish ourselves well enough in the build-up, which is where we get a lot of our confidence from throughout the game. And then I think overall we know we need to play a better game and just learn from our mistakes in the last one.
That seems to be the mentality. Focus on what you can do it really well, and you'll still beat the team. You still think that this team has the confidence to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, now we've already played through the whole season, so we can't really reinvent what type of team we are. Obviously, we can make small adjustments, but we know our principles, we know our style of play, and it's really just looking to get the best game out of everybody and get the result.
Cincinnati tends to be a team that likes to grind at the gears of and the emotions of the opposition. They seem like, especially in the second half, they were starting to get to you guys a little bit. What is it about what they do that makes it so difficult to keep your cool sometimes against them?
I think they're just very smart. I think you see it on the red card with Tavon, which obviously everyone has their own opinion on, but Acosta plays it very smart and is able to maybe fool the ref a little bit. And I think it's just a lot of those little instances in the games, but we can't focus on them or the referees or anything. We have to just focus on ourselves.
Last one for me. Thanks for the time. It's been probably a different season than you imagined, and you weren't starting a lot in the beginning, and all of a sudden you get due to injuries and just your play. Nick has given you credit a lot. You're getting a lot of minutes, competing for starting positions. your thoughts on this season so far as,
Yeah.
as you see it.
I mean, I'm never happy when I'm not playing. I'm always looking to be on the field, whatever position that may be. So I was happy, or I've been happy to play whatever role I've been given on the field, and looking to continue to build on that and really establish myself as a consistent starter in this league.